Hi, feminine ladies. Welcome back to the Feminine Standard, where we build boundaries, balance softness, and become all that God has created us to be. I pray that you've been well. Today's video, we are going to talk about 5 ways to be more feminine without trying too hard. The first way that you can be more feminine without trying too hard is to start your day slowly. When you wake up, instead of taking your phone, scrolling on social media, or even getting straight into emails, start your day unplugged in the presence of God, praying, praising, and studying the Word of God. This allows you to really ease into your day, knowing that the day is going to still go how it should go. But first, you are going to start it off with God. No more, oh, I didn't have time to study. I didn't have time to talk to God. I didn't have time, because we're going to now be intentional about making God a priority in our lives. If that means waking up 10 to 15 minutes earlier so that you can have that alone time with God in peace and quiet, even with moments of stillness, then that's what we're going to do. The second way that you can be more feminine without trying too hard is to walk and talk slower. Slow down, ladies. Again, if that means you need to wake up earlier or leave your house earlier, so that way when you are commuting, traveling, walking, whatever you're doing to get from point A to point B throughout the day, and even when you get to your destination or your office or your place of employment, when you are there, moving from space to space, room to room, meeting to meeting, walking slower, intentional, and without the rush. That is going to not only do wonders for your nervous system, but it's also going to allow you to know that you will get everything done and you'll get every place you need to be right on time, because God is going ahead of you. And even if you don't complete something in that day, you are still wonderful and you are still an amazing woman. Do not equate your value and your greatness with your accomplishments and everything that you can get done productivity wise in a day. That's not what God put you on this earth for. Coming in at number 3, your appearance. Sharpening and tightening up your presentation is going to make you a more feminine woman, a more elegant woman. In this day and age, people are not putting in the same effort that they used to. So you will stand out in a good way when you're wearing clothes that are more fitted, more tailored for your body type, that work with your skin tone, your undertone, a hairstyle that suits your face shape, that suits just your facial features and the way that you live your life. You will see a noticeable difference in your own confidence, as well as in how you're received by others when you put in that extra effort. And as you are working on your appearance, your style, your wardrobe, your presentation, and your image, you also want to be mindful of your etiquette skills as well as your posture. Chin up, shoulders back, sitting straight up as if you were balancing a book or an apple on your head. So that way you're not wrinkling your clothes and you're making sure that everything matches. If I looked at a very beautifully dressed woman and she was sitting like this and she just legs wide open, or even, you don't have to be doing all that, but even if you just slouched and you are always just casting your hips to one side or the other, it wouldn't match the woman that you're presenting as. So we want to make sure that we're getting to the inner work as well as the outer work. This is number 4. Number 4 is that I want you to prioritize your mental health as well as resting when you need it instead of when you're forced to. This looks like getting therapy now and not just waiting until a bad breakup for you to then have to scramble to try to find someone, or even, God forbid, a loss for you to have to scramble and look for a grief counselor. Prioritize the rest, prioritize the reset and the refreshers now. And this speaks to even your day to day. That could be a weekly or monthly thing that you do, but on your day to day, take the breaks when you need it. Don't just wait until you have to rush to the ladies' room because you're about to go into a meeting and you waited until the last moment until you needed to get to the bathroom. But instead, I want you to take intentional rest throughout your day and get up and go to the ladies' room when you need to go instead of waiting until after I just send 10 more emails or make 10 more phone calls. Go when you need to and not when you're then in dire need to go. That goes for something as small as using the ladies' room and something as big as waiting to check on your mental health when you actually have an issue or something traumatic to deal with. And last but certainly not least, number 5 is upgrading your reset routine. At the end of the day, we all know it feels really great to take off our bra and for some of us to unstyle our hairs. But what is most important is that full routine, taking that time for you and God. Put on some smooth jazz, maybe some gospel instrumental music, light a candles, dim the lights, maybe put on your diffuser with some vanilla or some cinnamon or some almond oil. Having, if you want to go the extra mile, a towel warmer, or maybe putting the towel in the dryer so that when you get out of the shower, it's nice and warm. Walking slowly as you're going from um, item to item and task to task as you're winding down, slowly rubbing in that shea butter, that oil, that lotion in, just really taking your time to luxuriate and pamper yourself, spraying some nice perfume. It doesn't have to be too expensive, but just something that you can spritz for yourself to enjoy as you are getting ready for bed. If you want to do some more Bible study, you can do that, or just keep the lights low, really allowing yourself to enjoy the environment that you've set and the experience of winding down that you're creating for yourself, putting on pajamas that feel nice. Maybe you're even wearing some lingerie just for yourself. These are going to be things that make you feel good. And when you feel good, you're going to naturally have this radiant femininity about you that other people will notice and honor. Because when you treat yourself well, naturally, most people are going to also see that you're treating yourself well and that you have a standard about yourself and you've created your own feminine standard, and they are going to rise to the occasion. So, ladies, I hope this helps you to be more feminine without feeling like you're trying too hard or like you are being performative and acting like someone else, but instead you're enhancing yourself and bringing out more of what is already beautiful about yourself. Just like when you're investing into your appearance, you're investing into clothing and material that looks great on your body shape, hairstyle that looks great on your face shape, makeup that looks great on your skin. Everything is just a return to self. God made us as women differently than He made men. He made us with more intentionality, a more meticulous process. So we need to treat ourselves as the wonderful daughters of God that we are created to be and that we were always destined to be. So until next time, ladies, bye bye.